you might be able to make out that headless chicken that's sitting on the water out there. The sun's in my eyes unfortunately, so very difficult to focus in on it. But just to the left of it, if I pan round, you'd probably be able to make out there's a little fishing boat heading out there, out to the harbour. And well, the harbour, that's going to be another visit, I guess, because that's a video all on its own. Walking back up this way, this is the tail end, if you like, of the ride on the Dotto train from where we've been before, when I was at the posh end of Meads, down at the Holywell terminus. Yeah, I get around a bit, don't I? Obviously somebody with a bit more money there built a more elaborate shed, complete with the seemingly obligatory graffiti these days. Don't think it happens so much these days, but there was a time when these boat beaches unfortunately suffered from a fair bit of vandalism. And this is something which I was quite pleased to see. The council actually listened to some of the things that the youngsters wanted, and although maybe you could say there are times when they don't look after it particularly well, it's a nice little skate park that's been provided for them. Nothing too high or too particularly dangerous. Tell you what though, there are some skilled kids in this area, that's got to be said. This is a lovely morning. Oh, what a contrast to yesterday. Lovely calm sea. Now, if you have a look, you'll see sticking out there the tops of the groin posts. Now, we've seen groins elsewhere, so you get a rough idea of how tall those posts are, and that's how much the bank has had to be built up here in order to provide protection, because where I was walking along the road just now, that is actually below sea level. an interesting name for a boat. Let's have some. Think of better things to do in the morning. Morning. Yeah, lovely morning. No, that's right. Starlings having a natter to each other up on the lamppost. Maybe when I was younger I would have done, but certainly not now. There's no way that I'm going to get over. I'm on the cycle lane. There's no way that I'm going to half kill myself running up and down the seafront. But there you go. Fossils. You're invited to look for them. Ah. And obviously some have been discovered within this stonework. Interesting. Morning. Getting like the M1 motorway here at the moment. Cycles and people walking. And somebody else coming jogging behind me. Another boat hit there. I should imagine these are some of the commercial fishermen. They're going out probably for lobster, prawn, that kind of thing. Now, this almost looks like somebody who brings their own vehicle along with the boat and launches it, because this is pretty fresh. This, you see how they've laid it across. It's a bit wet, but it's obviously in fairly recent use. They obviously store it here, I'm guessing. I thought it might have gone down over the beach, but obviously doesn't. Now you see what I mean about the groins. I showed you the tops of them just now. Now you'll see how tall they are and how much shingle come in and how much has already been washed away from here. Which will be deposited down at Pevensey Bay. And the big lorries will come along and they'll scoop it all up and they'll bring it bring it back here. Some more people out and about. I'm not sure that should be there, but I ain't going to interfere with them. I obviously felt it was a nice place to camp for the night, so there we go. And now, there is the Sovereign Park below us. I'll get over the other side here. Right. A few people out fishing. Perhaps it's just as well. I've nearly finished my walk. It's starting to get very busy. Not that I don't particularly like people, but you do get some who object to being in a video. And also, they must think you're a bit strange walking along. He's talking to himself. But you know, on a lovely morning like this, I ask you, what could be more pleasant than a walk along the seafront, eh? Whew. Mind you, one good reason, if you have to drive in order to get here, as long as you get here and get done before 8 o'clock, you don't have to pay the park. This is the Harbour Reach terminus of the Dotto train on days when it doesn't go down to its terminus at the South Harbour. Let's see, the toilets are open again. Open or vandalised, I don't know which. Now, I said to the Sewage Castle and beyond, and there, right in front of us, is the Sewage Castle, which is actually the wastewater treatment works built to replace the original little plant that was here, which the two cottages were connected with that they knocked down. They say that there is probably getting on for 3 times as much below ground, as you can see above ground here. Now, as I say, it's called the Sewage Castle. Some people call it the Poo Castle, but I think Sewage Castle is quite a name. And you'll see how it is built almost like a crenellated dwelling, and that's because they can't actually disguise all the smells. It was designed to fit in with the coastal defences, the Martello Towers and the redoubt and what have you, so that it wasn't a complete eyesore as you came along here. In its way, I think it's quite nice. But the smell. And there is a distinct difference between poo and rotting seaweed, as anybody who's been to Worthing in years past will tell you. Morning. Okay, don't say good morning, I don't mind. I'm just walking up here. We can get a better view of it from here. And like I said, I think it's rather nicely done. So, we've been to the Sewage Castle, and now beyond. What lies beyond the Sewage Castle as you head to what becomes physically the northeastern end. Yeah, it would be northeasterly because we face kind of east here. Yeah. The road over there goes down into what they call the South Harbour area. Residential, the South Harbour, and then you have the shops at the Crumbles. There's the way out for the treated wastewater, etc. Now, it's along there. Let's try and get. Ooh, it's right where the sun is. But as you can see, there's another fishing boat heading out there. Sure, what a shot! Straight into the sun's reflection on the water. And you know what, because I can't see, we probably missed it. There you go. You can't have everything. This lot of buildings here is new to me. New block of flats. Because we used to be able to walk through there. Nowadays you can't, unfortunately. But you can see in the distance some more buildings at the North Harbour, and then this Martello Tower here, which used to be a Coast Guard station. Now at various places they were 3/4 of a mile apart, but of course with the redoubt between here and the Wish Tower, I'm guessing that was Tower 72. But I've only got my sandals on, so I'm not going to walk across there. We can't go any further now. We used to be able to walk round there to the outer walls of the harbour, but I'll have to get that a different way. I'm just looking at things bobbing up and down outside the harbour wall. I think they're obviously buoys, and in the distance of course you've got the other side of Pevensey Bay going towards Hastings. I would have hoped, I don't know if you can see the boat there. Very peaceful, tranquil scene this morning. Not a seal for you, unfortunately, but we live in hopes another time. Anyway, so there you are. I've been to the Sewage Castle and beyond, and this is the end of my series of walks along the length of the Eastbourne promenades, which I hope you've all enjoyed. I make no apologies for the amateurish video. I am only an amateur. Just the idea is I share my walks and what I'm thinking about as I'm going along. So thanks again for watching, and I'll try and find some more places to go for you pretty soon. Bye for now. Well, this wasn't quite the end, and I'm a little bit shaky, but I'm sure that's two people out there who are paddleboarding at this time of the morning. Doesn't that just go to show? You never know what you're going to find until you've found it. And so for the second time. Goodbye.